Now, let's look at this building. That's La Sagrada Familia in Spain, Barcelona. And how would you describe this building? Beautiful, brown, big, majestic. Out of the many words you can use to describe this building, one word stands out amongst the rest, and that's unfinished. That's right, this building has been unfinished and still in construction ever since 1882. The main architect for this building was Antoni Gaudi, a renowned architect in his time, and he took over the project in 1883 and worked on it until 1926 when he had an unforeseen death and he was ran over by a tram. When he died, the basilica was still mostly unfinished and a lot of attempts have been made to finish it ever since then, but one thing led to another and it's still in construction until today. That's right, 138 years later and it's still in construction. It's expected to finish in 2026, but it will be arguable whether it would still be exactly the same as how Antoni Gaudi would have envisioned it to be. And to his credit, it's not that Gaudi gave up on the project and gave up on the building. It's just that there was an unforeseen event that caused an abrupt end to the project. And this kind of things happens all the time in our lives. Our plans, our visions, and our dreams, they get disrupted because of either one or both of these two reasons. One, there's a lack of intent. You just are not willing to finish it. You don't have the drive to complete it. Or two, the lack of ability. You just don't have the ability to do it. And in Gaudi's case, it was certainly a lack of ability. Because of his death, he wasn't able to bring the building to completion. And because of that, we apply the same logic when we think about our circumstances, about our future, and we get scared of being a failure or being an unfinished product. And this is good news. The architect of your life is God. God is your creator. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 says that you are God's masterpiece. And also Jeremiah 29:11 says that He knows the plan He has for His people. He knows the plans He has for us, which means He has a plan for us. So God is your creator and He has a plan for you. And if we apply the two tests, God definitely has the intent and the ability. He died for us on the cross. He proved His love for us by doing that. And if He loves us, He would want the best for us. And Philippians chapter 1 verse 6 also says that He who began a good work in us will bring it to completion. So He has the intent. And He definitely doesn't lack the ability. He's the creator. He spoke the whole universe into being. He said, "Let there be light," and there was light. He definitely has the ability. We also know that the plan that God has for us is definitely for good. Romans 8:28, all things work out together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. And granted, God's plan will sometimes, or even a lot of times, be different than what we have in mind for ourselves. But when our plans and God's differ, we can be sure and we can be certain that God's plan is infinitely much better, much more than we can comprehend. So we can all rest assured in knowing that God is our architect and He doesn't create unfinished products.